Perfect. Perfect. Give me a second. Just sharing, sharing, sharing. 12 viewers already. Oh my god. That startled me. Didn't expect to get that many that quickly. Well then, you know what? Let's get it going. Let's get our first guest. Good evening, everybody. We are live from Newmarket tonight with a special episode of Four State Uncut. I'm your host, Joey Blaze. And let's get right to it with a recap of Saturday. And joining me for that recap is a man himself. They call him Big Todd Combs.
What's up, dog?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good.
Good, good. Who said they shared? Trey shared? Thank you, Trey. So, Saturday, once again, first off, congratulations on the championship victory. How's it feel 2 days later?
Same feeling, man. It's another chip under the belt. Try to rack these bitches up, huh?
One more added to your collection. How's it feeling?
Mm-hmm. Feels good. Trying to
Good.
get up in that top 10 status.
Getting close of each passing tournament. We'll see what the next one holds, especially as we move along. I believe you're going to have a busy one coming up soon. Are you headed down to Dallas still?
Yeah, yes, sir. We got to avenge our laws down there. We got work by them Texas dudes. That shit ain't happening this time.
Hell yeah, I understand. I get it. I'm cheering for you guys all the way. We're actually going to try to have that championship game up on YouTube for everybody to see this week as we build up to the five-man tournament this Sunday, which you're actually going to be a part of, I believe.
Yeah, I'm in the 5-man, tournament with the bees coming up this weekend.
Yep, and we're going to get to that momentarily. But first, let's go over Saturday, beginning with the first game, Gustoland BC Elite. First off, Gustoland came in pretty heavy-handed at first. They had a lot of guys there from the New York League and all that. The big benefit to having home field advantage, and they came out sharp and hot as they jumped out to an early lead on BC before Holston and company rallied back in the second half. They pulled within two, got the onside kick, but just not enough at the end as the Hail Mary was batted down, and Gusto Land scored the first one of the day, 20-18. Did you get a chance to watch much of this game?
I seen it. I know BC's very resilient. Gusto Land did look sharp coming out the gate. I was actually watching the game on live, driving up the road to York, and
Oh,
I
okay.
got there. I think when I got there, I think it was just the beginning of the third quarter.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Gusto Land victorious in that early game, and it lived up to the hype. The two teams, their styles meshed very well together. It was a nice back and forth. They both come from the eight-man style, and they both played
Yeah.
coming over to nine-man. Made for an interesting matchup going in, but in the end, it was Gusto Land victorious in that first game. But it wouldn't be the last time they would face off either.
Nah, definitely wouldn't. They should always play each other somehow.
They should. Those were
I wouldn't
entertaining
mind
games.
watching it. Yeah.
Really entertaining games. Um, Second game of the day, the one you took part of, Team Blunt Talk and Rampage, the rematch from the last Clash of York. You weren't involved in the first game, but what were your impressions on this second game as Rampage fell behind early 7-0, but immediately responded with a couple scores of their own before pulling away late the 21-7 win? Your thoughts?
We just had to settle in, make some adjustments on defense to the offense that Boone runs, and then offense just settle in. When you got a team like that, people gotta take roles, back sheets, give up things. Also, playing with a different quarterback, the legend Dio, and
Big
and how he
signing,
runs
by the
things.
way. Very big
Yeah,
signing to
feel
replace
what I'm
Chris
saying?
Place of Dio.
Yeah, I'm honored to play with that guy. That's what's up, especially win with him.
Yeah, he really came out and balled on Saturday for you guys as that little bit deal with PME came in the clutch for Rampage.
Yeah, hell yeah, him, Tim Scott and Q.
Yeah,
Shit.
that kid was a big addition for you guys, a very big addition. Added to an
Yeah,
all
hell
new deep
yeah.
receiving core.
It's all good, man. Over there, we understand. We just trying to win. So at the end of the day, you know, come out when you ask. Make the plays when your name called upon, and that's it.
Yeah,
Just it's all about winning. Just win.
as the song says, win, 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 win.
Yes, sir.
Third game of the day as we move along. It was Beast. It was Gusto Land Rampage. I did not get much of an opportunity to watch this one because I was busy talking to Blunt Talk after the game. They had to settle in after the loss and figure out what to do for the next game. Um, your impressions on that game?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even watched that shit. So I I caught a couple glimpses of it, but hold on. You said us versus who?
Gusto Land, third game of the day.
Oh. I'm tripping.
You were tripping. I'm like,
Nah,
you weren't watching your own game. Like,
I
what
thought
were you, man?
nah. I thought you said Blunt Talk versus Gusto Land, but
No, we didn't get
nah,
a
that
chance to play them, unfortunately.
nah. That was a good game, man. I like Gusto, their quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? And their receiver, man. Like they run like this like pro style offense and man when they play like max protect, actually run routes and shit. It was a good game though, but we came out victorious.
Yeah,
I like it though. Yeah, credit to them guys. Credit to Team Blunt Talk too. You feel what I'm saying?
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yep.
Credit to you guys. Rampage balled out in this tournament for sure. Managing to do an excellent job. And spoiler alert, Rampage wins everybody. I think everybody knows by now, though. But Rampage on Saturday, they took out the first two teams at Blunt Talk and Gusto Land and managed to get to the finals. Where I'm not gonna lie. I thought when we played against BC Elite, we had a shot at winning, and we did. We were in
Yeah.
the game to the very end with BC Elite, that fourth game of the
Yeah, y'all
day.
definitely did.
Yeah, we fought hard. We kept with them. Just a couple of miscues, misplays, miscommunications. Just not enough to win. Too much TJ Holston going on. Um,
Yeah,
we
TJ. I want to chip with TJ.
yeah,
He,
Misfits last fall
yeah.
up in the KFFL. They're still. Let us remind you that the Misfits are still the defending KFFL champions.
Yeah, but we ain't coming back up there no more, man. We smoked that league.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the same.
You coming? You bringing Blunt Talk up there?
TBT's coming up. Yeah.
Oh, why? I don't know, man. The bees. We got something to say about that then.
I know you all do. And we'll get to more of the killer bees after the tournament portion. But first,
All right.
TBT BC Elite, good game overall, 20-12 victory by BC. Tyler had that big interception early on that seemed like it would be the beginning of a tone setter for it, but BC stayed in, man. They're resilient. They're tough. They don't quit. There's no quitting in that
Uh,
team.
yeah, nah, man. They're very resilient. I played them guys at 8 man. I played with BC last year in York, and we beat Ride out, but then we lost the Rampage in the semifinals when they ended up winning. But man, TJ and Scott, man, they got that team right, man. And TJ resilient. He a gunslinger, man. So it don't matter how many mistakes he make. He definitely gonna throw your ass back in the game. So
Yeah,
I respect it though. Yeah. TJ Balls, man, and he's only getting better.
yeah. Like he was somebody who flew under the radar toward the end of last year. You go back, semifinals in Charm City, semifinals in York. You go back, helped win the KFFL. That was a big win for him. He
Yeah,
had a
but
lot of winning last year.
shit, before then though, people don't understand. He was supposed to be the Maryland Bullets quarterback when they won at Nationals.
I've
He just
often
ended up
heard
getting
that story.
yeah, he got hurt celebrating in the Lansdowne tournament versus us when we was AFN. So he been around, man. He just been under rehabbing and all that shit. But he back now though.
Yeah,
He looking sharp.
and I feel like he's definitely somebody that's going to be someone to look out for as these next couple months go by, and maybe even next couple of years. Who knows what will go on in the career of TJ Holston? Right now, he's looking good.
Yeah, that's fact.
Next time around, next game after that was Gusto Land BC Elite. Same problem I had before. Couldn't watch the game because I was too focused on the team and making sure everybody was taken care of before they left. Um, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Did you get a chance to see much of BC Elite and Gusto?
Um,
The
I
second one?
I watched it. To me, it just felt like a. To me, it's like a meltdown, and then you got like I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Gusto Land, but Gusto Land, they're trying to put it together with their league team and well, not their league team, but like add people from the league and shit like that. But man, if the people don't mesh well, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know how to manage the egos, man. Sometimes you just got cut dead weight. Bring the best 18. You don't gotta bring 40. You know what I mean, or 30.
Yeah, no, facts. Absolutely facts. Like it all
Yeah,
boils down to like who the best of the best on the field is. It's your best nine on the field. That's what matters the most.
yeah. I just feel like I don't know. The Gusto Land that we played, I think it was up there in KFFL. That
Yes, that
wasn't
was
the same.
killer
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. That wasn't the same Gusto Land that I seen because the Gusto Land in the winter, them dudes, man, yeah, even though we won, they had a shot. This Gusto Land, they kept starting fast, man, but then it just looked like as the day wore, like kept going on, they just start melting down.
Yeah, something looked a little different about them from what I saw in that second BC Elite game.
Yeah,
It just
it wasn't
wasn't.
the Gusto Land I know.
Yeah, and it showed in the final result as BC Elite eliminated Gusto Land. So Gusto Land finished third place overall for the weekend. Um, I actually am a little disappointed. I'm disappointed a bit more of TBT, obviously, but Gusto Land, I thought they were a major contender for the finals because this was a tournament in their hometown.
Yeah, that's true, but man, it's when you play at home, man, you get more lackadaisical than when you play on the road. When you're on the road, you so much more focused and locked in because you know everything really against you in a way. You could like that. That's like that's bulletin board material. When you home, man, you more lax. You got family and friends. More people come out to see you.
Yeah.
It ain't really, yeah, it ain't really. It's not really a us against the world type of mentality.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that. The mentality of the road warrior versus the homebody who is more content on where they're at, whereas the road warriors coming in looking to pull off any upset they can because the win is more important than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Who
It's
don't
all
like
about,
going to somebody else's state and beating them?
yeah, which I know which exactly is what you all did this past Saturday. As we get
Facts.
to the first championship game, it was Gusto and, or sorry, BC Elite and Rampage. BC got up to a 14-0 lead, but Rampage fought back, came very close at the end, but fell short. Your impressions on the first game between you guys?
Um, Me personally, I just think it was the long wait. when you play 2 games back to back and then you sitting for the next like 3 hours, man, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna come out sluggish. And then that rain, that shit was crazy. It seemed like every time we was on offense it rained, and every time BC Elite got the ball, the shit stopped.
I noticed something like that too. And the
Yeah,
rain was a factor. It came down heavy as soon as it started.
yes it did,
I had
definitely
to run
did,
underneath a
man.
canopy to film part of that quarter because of the fact it was so heavy.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy, and it just rained hard for them like couple minutes.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just think we came out a little sluggish, just sitting on the sideline, man. You trying to get your motor back up. You know what I mean? Like after 3 hours, and we ain't that damn young no more. So
it's definitely hard for sure to get going again after sitting for so long. And
yeah,
I did notice you guys did seem like. Sorry, I'm reading what Regan's writing.
oh, I can't even see the comments, bro.
Swipe on the screen to the left or right. It should come up for you.
I probably gotta turn my fucking phone sideways.
But yes, read what he said. But yeah, that was. I noticed Rampage was very slow coming out of the gate, and it affected them as BC was hot by that point. They'd beaten TBT, they'd beaten Gusto Land, and now they had a shot at you guys with a chance at the championship of a victory. And they came out, they performed, they were ready, and it showed in the result. But in the end, it was in the championship game, the missed extra point at the end, a very crucial miss as Rampage defeated BC Elite in the finals 14-13. Your thoughts on the championship game itself?
I thought that shit was a thriller. It seemed like every time we would make a play or score something, or have this nice methodical drive down the field, seemed like of course, leeway, and then here comes a kick return, like you know what I mean. So it was just full of like thrill and suspense, and then to have the guy shank the kick at the end of the game. But I understand what he was thinking though. He was trying to avoid getting his kick blocked. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah, he basically went and tried to avoid the block, which was inevitable because that whole left side came right at him.
yeah,
And it
so
was a good effort to avoid it. It was definitely almost made, but then he couldn't quite get it.
yeah, I'm not mad at him. Well, I definitely ain't mad at him because we won.
Yeah.
But at the end of yeah, but like I'm saying, just like I understand he was trying to avoid the block, but regardless, the way how we came off that fucking side, they wasn't gonna make that shit anyways. That shit was getting blocked, or he was gonna get fucked up. He was gonna get his ass smacked or something.
Yeah. And that was the key play in Rampage's 14-13 victory as Rampage exited Saturday champions of the Summer Showdown. Your final thoughts on the tournament?
It was actually better than what I thought it was gonna be. Personally, I thought it was gonna be some janky shit, but I will tell you one thing. That little ref with that army fatigue bucket hat, that nigga better not never ref again, bro. He's trash. Don't ever get him again. The light skinned dude, he
Wasn't
cool.
me.
Oh, whoever picked them refs, whoever got that ref, man, that little short dick, don't get him no more, bro.
It got pretty tensuous at times with the referees. The refs, they tried, but I've seen better.
Well, you gotta think. I don't know if they ever ref 9-man before, but I know the little black, little short dude on our side with the bucket hat. That dude, he sucks. He doesn't know the rules. He's making bogus ass calls. Like you've been on our sideline this whole time. We haven't gotten out one break. Like, and we're not even asking for a break. gonna call the game a certain way, call it for both sides.
Yeah, and it didn't help. We only had two, from what I read, and I didn't see this until after the first game. One of the referees dropped that morning because he was sick.
Damn, I don't think he was sick, bro. He probably just ain't want to ref with that sorry ass ref we had.
Hey, I mean, any way
Probably
to
when he
call
knew he
out.
was on the crew. Yeah, you know. Once he knew his ass was on the crew, he didn't want to be a part of that shit. Bum ass
Shit,
nigga.
for all we know, it might have been the Buckethead referee from Ocean City or from Charm City last year.
Oh shit, I don't know.
It could have been that guy.
Nowadays out Baltimore, they probably would have beat him. He was acting like that. You
Oh
know,
man.
Pete. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man. I definitely want to congratulate and give a special shout out to my bro John Regan and Steve for putting together a hell of a fucking team, man. That
yeah,
shit was crazy.
very very loaded team.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And
And
you got to be a fool. My bad.
in the end, you guys defeated all three of the teams,
Yeah,
and that was the ultimate exclamation mark to what was an excellent weekend for Rampage as they finished 3-1. Your summer showdown champions, and who knows what the future holds for Rampage. I have heard that they are a contender to on the wait list for the Corona Classic in 2 weeks. I know you'll be in Dallas, however, at that weekend.
yeah. I'm playing five-man down there. But I'm saying, regardless, don't matter, man. Plug and play at Rampage. They gonna do well. They gonna win that shit, and we gonna win it down there in Texas, and we gonna combine our championships and keep that shit moving.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we now transition away from Saturday. Let's head to your Sunday. Sunday, you were back in Hagerstown, Fairgrounds once again. Another week of flag football in Hagerstown at the Fairgrounds. First matchup of the day, and I'm talking a legit. We had referees and everything else. Kind of
Yeah.
wish we had the refs on Saturday. That would have been nice to have them.
Yeah. We'd have had them refs on Saturday. Shit would have went a lot more smoother.
Yeah, bit of a better crew on Sunday. We'll get to the first game: Killer Bees and 410 Ravens. Keystone versus OMFFL. What the hell?
Hey, I scrimmaged 410 Ravens with Rampage twice. We beat them twice. But I will say this: I like them guys. I respect them, and within the next year or two, they're gonna be a problem because they're very young, athletic, and talented, and they got a veteran quarterback. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That he seems like he definitely knows the flag game, and them dudes ain't gonna do nothing but get better over time. And they're starting out so young, so they're gonna be a fucking problem.
I 100% agree. I saw a lot of potential out of that squad on Sunday. And in fact,
Yeah,
we're going to try to get their quarterback, Rich France, on later today or tonight. Um, they came out on Sunday with the Bees, and that was a nice little back and forth game. Bees kept it close for a little bit, but in the end, it was just too much of the Ravens as they defeated the Bees 24-13. You actually had a really good game. It seemed like every time you touched the ball, you went for at least 30.
yeah, them fucking screens, man, playing that five-man shit. My tall ass, man. So now they call me Dip Man Dirt. I ain't Dirt Boy no more. Just call me Dip Man Dirt.
Dip man dirt, I like it. Dip man,
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. But nah, that shit was cool though, man. They got a good ass squad. We struggled in the red zone, And then on defense, man, I will say this as far as with the bees, like we got some good flag pullers, some young guys, but it's different playing better competition. And with these shrooms now, man, that recent shit don't work. If you're not putting your shoulder in somebody's ribs or stomach and wrapping up, everything's gonna be a house call.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I've seen it firsthand how guys aren't ready for the shrooms yet. They can't pull them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they're not.
they're coming in trying to just grab it like it's the Sonic Pops, but every time they pull them, it's not coming out, and the guy breaks free for a
Uh,
touchdown.
that's exactly what's happening. There's no more standing to the side or trying to stick your arm out. If you're not bodying up on the flagpole and literally holding them for somebody else to pull them or slowing them down, like it's just gonna be a house call. And that's what happened to us when we should have got a stop on that last drive and we didn't.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what did the bees in. Despite your efforts, the offense not enough. Only 13 points on Saturday. Ravens put up 24, which they scored four different times. The defense just struggling overall against that Ravens attack. Your
Well,
impressions of watching the Ravens offense?
well, I played against it, and I told them what they're gonna do. Shout out to their guy. I think he scored 3 touchdowns on their team. He's one of their like outside receivers. Our corners, when you're in cover three or you're in man, there's no reason to get beat deep. I'd rather you keep everything in front of you, but we was getting smoked on the outside. I think they scored like 3 touchdowns like that. Just I think it was like slug goals or go routes, literally. So I'm saying shit happens. It's all a teaching moment. It's just a lesson.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, but like
no, go on.
no, I was just saying. Like I say, much credit to them. I respect them because they're a young team trying to build, and they are going to be a fucking problem.
I think so too. And we'll see what they could do as the hopeful season goes on. We'll see how everything goes these next couple of weeks. But if not, I don't mind doing these little exhibition games at the fairgrounds on Sundays. I think this is a step in the right direction.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. The little 4 team shit, how people doing it in just one day. Hey, I'm cool with that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody bothers you. It's 4 teams. You already know what's going on. Get the
Yeah,
shit done.
keep it
And it's
small,
football.
keep it quick, play some football. I I'm telling you, there's a lot of potential in the Uncut Flag Football League.
Yeah, it is. Well, Hagerstown lacks anyway, so you come up that bitch. They don't care about none of that shit.
I noticed. I heard the park ranger was smoking a blunt the other day, at least supposedly, while telling guys like, "You can go ahead and set the grill up."
nigga, don't nigga, don't be
I'm
don't tell on
joking. I'm
air, Mo.
joking. I'm
Oh, all right,
joking.
I'm about to say, don't do
That's
that.
what I
Don't do
heard.
that,
People say a
Joey.
lot of things. You know how this town talks.
Hey,
But it never surprises me, man. They've been really good to us at the fairgrounds.
man, they don't care, bro. As long as you come up there, you clean up your trash and shit. Ain't nobody fighting. They don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. Play ball. Line that shit up. Oh, I want to give a special shout out too to that lady and her husband for 410 Ravens that was
Yeah,
making the food, bro. Bro, Mr. and Mrs. Cronwell, please come next week.
yeah, we are doing that 5 man. We're
Yeah.
looking at the fairgrounds. I should give an update on that. They told me soccer may be coming back next week. That's what I heard. And the guy, my contact at the park, did tell me there's a possibility of that.
Okay, so we could play down bottom. On the
Oh
regular
yeah,
size
that's what I'm
football
thinking.
fields.
That's what I'm thinking
On the
exactly.
regular size foot,
I want to check out
yeah.
how the grass is on that bottom field though.
I'm saying I ain't gonna lie, that shit fucked up. But on a regular size football field, you can get 4 or 5 man fields.
Yeah, I saw that when I was in Richmond down at that tournament.
Yeah, so you feel what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a drop off or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how it goes. My contact's supposed to contact me later in the week,
Okay, okay.
so we'll get more information on that, and I'll have a full update on that as soon as he gets back to me. I think he's saying the soccer nets are going back in general, which is a good thing because that means we can start doing field goals when we play.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Down there, that bottom field, hell yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
just real dry down there. That's all. It's like a
that's it.
dust bowl. It's like Tucker Road.
That's what I was. Oh my God, Tucker. All I think about with Tucker Road. You remember Capital Classic last year?
Yeah, yeah.
How that
I
whole
remember that
thing was
shit.
nothing but mud straight up.
Man, shit. You talking about the puddles and shit on the second field down bottom when we played the Scorpions
Oh,
in the
dude,
semifinals?
that's Scorpion. Yeah, that was bad.
The
Like
worst
Tucker
ever.
got wrecked. Like they complained. Like I feel like I've seen like fields torn up before, but we tore Tucker up badly. That thing. I don't. Is grass even growing anymore there? That's the real question.
I don't know. I ain't been down there. I don't think since then.
Same thing for me, man. It was rough last time I saw. Hopefully it gets better. But hopefully that time off from football will give time for Tucker Road to recover.
Yeah, man. A lot of these fucking fields, man. But yeah, I'm about to get the fuck up off here.
One more
This is
game.
my cue to go. Oh yeah, one more. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn, damn. I'm tripping, young. It was 2 games yesterday.
Killer Bees in the program. Last game of the day. Your impressions of the rematch from the game we had a couple weeks ago.
Well, we won this one. There was no controversy. I like the guys from the program. They just need a lot of teams up there in Hagerstown. They just need consistent, actual linemen to show up. They need committed guys. They come out there with fucking 16 skill players and think that you're gonna win a game. If your linemen don't show up, cut their ass and merge with a team that linemen do show up. There's no reason why you should be coming to tournaments or coming to games and shit, and you got 15 guys and nobody's over 200 pounds.
That was something I noticed from the program was that they were lacking in the trenches, and that seems to
Yeah,
be something that's been a recurring thing. I went to the practice last week; they were short on guys, but so were we.
yeah, man.
Between us, them, and the Spartans, I think we only had 10 guys at one point during that practice last Sunday.
That shit only hurts you in the end. Like the big guys, they still need work too. So when they don't show up, and then like later on throughout the tournament and shit, and you're not in football shape, and you think you're just gonna come out there and start blocking and shit. That's why quarterbacks be getting fucked up. That's why people can't, run their offense. Cause them big guys ain't showing up, so they ain't committed. Cut their ass off.
I understand that. Trust me, I get where you're coming from on that one. In the end, that was 12-6. Despite being undermanned, only 12 points against the program. With the way it was, it seemed like you all would be able to dominate their defense.
Uh, how can I put it? Sometimes with the bees, man, we go away from shit. Like if something's working, so don't. I mean, if it's not broke, then there's no reason to fix it.
Right.
But sometimes we have a tendency of trying things and doing things that don't work, and it don't be like the best time to do this shit, or it's too many people talking, and everybody wants to put their input in shit, or you know what I mean. Sometimes it's like a like I love that team. You feel what I'm saying? I won a championship with them, and I came back to them because I'm getting older and they're young, and they're trying to grow. They want to travel and shit. But just as far as the hierarchy and things, how like they fall in line and order and shit, like You got to get people that know this game, people that know the connections, people that like I don't I don't know. I'm not about to really get into all that shit, but definitely we should have put up way more fucking points than we did. Way more fucking points.
I can agree with that. You guys have such potential on offense. There's so many weapons.
Yeah, we got a lot of weapons. It's just trying to put that shit together. Well, we got a receiver at quarterback. No homo, but I be on his ass though. I'm trying to get this nigga right. But I'm saying he's getting there. He's doing a lot better and shit. But it's just one of them things to where it's like, the structure and how shit works and who's calling this and who's saying that. Like, we got people saying this over here or this person saying this is it's all fucked up. Then you got people that don't even know what the fuck they really doing saying shit. Like it's I don't know. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. But I'm saying eventually we gonna get it right though. You feel what I'm saying? It's all a learning curve.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I think the bees, they definitely showed they can compete, they can contend, and in time, I think they have a lot of potential for traveling.
Yeah, they do that. That's what I'm trying to do. Even like I tell them, man, look, you gotta get on the circuit. I don't disrespect shit. Everybody we talking about, there is no fucking respect. You're not gonna get respect till you get your head bust by, my number one team, my team, well, the team I'm on, Rampage,
Hmm.
or AFN smack you, or play Team Petty or somebody. Travel somewhere. You gotta get busted in the mouth. You gotta take your lumps like everybody, man.
I
Just
think their
playing this
time's
backyard
coming.
Hagerstown shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Hagerstown movement for them is a big move. They've been playing more county teams, and they play an open fell team. I think that's a big step in the right direction for the bees. That's the kind of bump
Yeah,
they
it
need.
is. Yeah, facts. But that's what I said. Like it's a lot different between scrimmaging the Browns and the fucking Spartans in KFFL and then playing the 410 Ravens and getting smacked by double digits. Then you beating somebody 35 nothing. That 35 nothing shit, us beating somebody, that shit don't mean nothing. But us losing to the Ravens, you feel what I'm saying? Now you point out the weaknesses and you try to make them shits better.
Yeah. So overall, your impressions of Sunday?
Sunday was great, man. I like the atmosphere. I like the refs. It was hot as shit, but you know me, I had my liquor, so I was good.
I know you.
I was good.
um. So that said, five man coming up Sunday. Your thoughts?
It's gonna be fun because a lot of people don't know the rules and shit. So for some of us that do know how to play, we about to fuck shit up. And then I get a weekend of practice before I actually go down to Texas. So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, you get a chance to get some bump in before you head down there. Is there any possibility of seeing some of the other misfits on the bees this weekend?
Nah, hell nah. And if we was, I wasn't even gonna tell y'all niggas anyways. But nah, the Misfits and the Bees, they not a collab team. The Misfits is strictly that's the brotherhood team. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, So we do our own shit. That's the Misfits is just us, man.
But you guys were pretty key in that 2018 fall season for the Killer Bees.
Oh, which one?
Fall of 18 when you all were the Bees and won the championship.
Oh shit. That wasn't even
There
Misfits.
was a
That was
couple
just me,
guys from the
Regan.
Misfits, close enough. You know what
Bro,
I mean?
it was me, Regan, and my brother Ant at the time. And we just ran a unique offense. That's all the fuck it was, an offense they never seen up there.
Any
Some shit
video?
we got from like
Any video from that time?
yeah, we got a couple videos and then remember we played with Immortals,
Yeah,
but
that Immortals
we
team was
got
awesome.
smacked. Yeah, but we ain't had nobody show up for the championship when we played X Dogs. Everybody showed up the first game when we played in the regular season. None of our dogs showed up in the championship. We got waxed. And then we came out with TJ next year as the Misfits and just came through and started smoking shit, finger popping shit.
And we'll see if any more of that will happen next weekend in Texas at Cowboy Stadium.
So y'all niggas root for us, man. Misfits.
I'll be cheering from all the way up here in Maryland.
All right, bro. Y'all be safe, man.
You too.
All right.
All right, night. Todd joining us. See something real quick. Trying to see if I can get my other guest on. So that was a recap of the weekend as well as a preview of things to come. Sorry about that. Texting a guest real quick. Um, so overall, I had a great time this past weekend. This past weekend was really awesome. It was really great. The tournament was fun to watch. Congratulations once again to Rampage on the victory. Um, the exhibitions on Sunday were fun. Enjoyed doing that. All right. Let me see if I can get him on. Sorry about that. I hate having dead air, but usually that's what happens when you're trying to get a guest on. Yep, let me get that fixed real quick. Let me see. All right, but yeah, no, it was a really good time up in York. It was a good time in Hagerstown. Glad to have some nine-man flag football. Hoping to have some more in a few weeks. Still trying to see about going to the new Rochelle tournament on the 8th and 9th. Working on that potentially. We're looking to have a tournament. We're looking at the five-man tournament this weekend. I think that's going to be a great time. Looking forward to that. And since I can't get one guest on, can I get the other? No, hold on. This be a pain. I always hate Facebook Live because, like, oh, it's got a request. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me try this. All right, I got him. Perfect. Finally, it worked. Joining us now from the 410 Ravens, who we just talked about from Sunday in the recap with the nickname he wanted to be called now was. But anyways, joining us from the Ravens is their quarterback, Rich France III. Rich, welcome to the show.
What's up, man?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good, man. Appreciate the invite, dude.
No problem, sir. Appreciate you all coming up to Hagerstown this past weekend. I believe that's the first time the Ravens have been in Hagerstown, if I'm correct.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're a new
Um,
team, so I haven't done too much traveling. It's definitely the first time we've been out there.
your impressions of the fairgrounds and your impressions of the teams you faced, Killer Bees and the Spartans. Let's start out with this Killer Bees game.
Compe- Competitive games.
Yeah, the first Killer
Um,
Bees game. We'll start off with that. You guys were victorious 24-13. Your thoughts on that game?
It was a competitive game. Um, I think what ended up being the difference, we got a pick six there. You know, um, their offense was doing their thing a little bit. Our offense was doing ours. You know, going back and forth for a little bit, but the pick six was, I think, what changed the game.
Yeah, that was a huge difference maker, and it was a key play that indeed I felt like was the big turning point of the game where the Bees just could not come back. After that, it was over for the Baylor Bees as the Ravens secured the win, 24-13. Um, Second game of the day, you guys took on the Tri-State Spartans in what was a quite a defensive battle overall.
Yeah, they're a tough physical team.
Yeah, they
That was a
definitely
that was
bring
a
a
real
lot of
tight game
toughness
the
onto
whole
the
way.
field.
I'm hearing the echo again, so I'm trying
Yeah,
to deal with it. I'm trying to deal with it the best I can.
nah, you good, bro. You good. I'm hearing a little bit too, but like it's all good.
Yeah, that Spartans game was tough, man. I think we both times we scored. It was at the end of the quarter, 2 minutes left both times. Is it bad? Can you hear it? Is it bad?
I do hear it a little bit, but I'll let you actually. I'll have. Yeah, it's actually worse when you change it out like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit too, but like it's all good. So going forward, what are the plans for the Ravens in this upcoming potential, hopeful, some kind of season?
Repeat that. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Said going forward, what are the plans for the Ravens this upcoming fall?
I mean, hopefully we get the season going. You know, the FFL season. Um, Outside of that, I don't know of anything else going on. We're always trying to get in tournaments if it makes sense. Always trying to play, get some bump, get some experience. Always looking to get some competition. Um, but I think the next thing, the next focus is the season coming up. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, if not, you're welcome to come to Hagerstown anytime to play any of our teams, man. You guys are always welcome back.
I gotta be honest. I personally hated that drive.
That's
the
that's how I
the
feel most drives. Trust me, I hate driving for long trips like that, and I get where you're coming from.
yeah
That was
yeah
me going to York on Saturday and back.
yeah. It's tough.
But either way, look forward to seeing what the Ravens can do. Thank you for joining us on the show tonight, Rich.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. I like what you guys do, man. You guys do a good job watching those videos that you guys have recorded for us. The knowledge, that the guy was keeping up with the game, the play-by-play. It was awesome. You guys do a great job.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we try to get the best here at Blunt Talk Media. We want to present the game in a way that everyone can appreciate it.
Hell yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and you guys are great as well. Look forward to seeing you all back on the field sometime soon.
Appreciate it, dude.
Appreciate you.
All right.
And that was Rich France III from the 410 Ravens. Sorry for the audio difficulties. Sometimes it's just how it be with Facebook Live. And joining us now,
What's up?
someone else who pulled double duty this weekend from Ruckus, Damian Coates. Damian, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
Nothing.
Not much. Had
Yeah,
sheets, about to.
you're about to go into
you know.
Cheats?
Yeah, you're good. I can still talk. I'll be right back.
I'm
I
getting
got you.
flashbacks. I'm getting
Nah, you
flashbacks of when I interviewed Cardell from AFN last year, and he was walking through a convenience store the entire time.
awesome. Oh shit, it's kind of
All
late at
right,
night. Ain't nobody in
we are
here.
live from a Sheets building in some undisclosed location.
I'm in North. You know, I'm in North Point. You know, I'm right down the street.
Oh yeah, you're the one. You're the Mortgageville Sheets. So Damien,
Yeah.
we won't talk about Saturday because we've said enough about Saturday. Let's talk about your Sunday.
Oh man, I was tired from Saturday.
I can imagine.
Jason, what's his name? The quarterback from fucking Rampage and chasing TJ most of the day had me tired.
I'm about to say, like there were so many, like the amount of mobile quarterback, Holston,
I'm not gonna
Bob
lie.
from Gusto, and
Once I remembered who the quarterback from Rampage was, I was like, and I saw him move. I was like, shit. I was like, this motherfucker can move. He's a lot faster than most people would think when you see him.
yeah, he has a deceiving ability to make you think he's a lot slower when he can move pretty quickly. Dio was
Definitely.
fantastic for them this weekend. Um, yes, Sunday, you guys, Ruckus came back out again. First game program. Did you play much in that? I think I saw you show up at the very end of it, or at least
Nah,
midway through
I
it.
came late. I came late and sat down and shit. I was irritated because most of their players showed up, and then I'm looking at my team and we got 12 people, and it's another fucking hot day. So you know what I mean. I sat
Where
down
is
most of that
Ruckus
game.
right now?
I don't know, man. I guess we'll figure out when the season starts. I can't really tell you because I don't know. But we did have like a new addition to the team. I'm pretty happy about it. I don't know if you saw that dude with the dreads. I was pretty excited about that. But we still need a little bit more.
Second game of the day for Ruckus. You guys took on the Spartans.
Yeah,
What was the final of that one? I did hear the Ruckus won the game. Brandon Michael was key with
yeah. I
two
think
big
we were up at
touchdowns,
either six.
making
I
his.
think we're up 6 or 7. We won by one score. So I mean,
No, it was a good victory for Ruckus. You guys came under man, but you fought with
yeah,
more than what people give you credit for.
yeah. I think the first program we ended up losing. Well, yeah, 20 to 6 or something like that. So it's whatever, though. It's just, and plus me showing
Yeah,
up there, I didn't even know we were gonna have. I thought it looked like I was going to another tournament. I was thrown off a little bit.
it felt like a real tournament out there. We had referees, we had food being made. It was a party out there on Sunday at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, I had a good time. I was supposed to leave at like 1. I stayed till almost 4.
Yeah, I think that's about the time I left. It was about 4 o'clock. I rolled out,
Yeah,
rolled up. It was a good evening.
yeah. I didn't even go to the gym today. That's how I was done. Yeah, I worked out enough this weekend.
You've earned a day off and the right to have as much Sheets food as you want.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
What you ordering?
Jalapeno poppers.
Jalapeno poppers? Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So going forward, we talked about with Ruckus. They're actually on the wait list for 5-man. Are you trying to play 5-man at all this next weekend?
Yeah, if I don't got nothing to do, I'm down for whatever. But hold on real quick. Can I get? Oh, I'm sorry. Can I get
While he's ordering his food, I'm gonna get another beer.
um 2 back of green games and a pack of L&M molds? Huh?
I smoked all the games.
Did you? You serious?
I didn't give you the best.
Yeah, those are fine. The bowl. I know, but they don't think they sell hundreds. Yeah, they do? I didn't know that. I'm good. I don't even need to be smoking them anyway.
All right, got my beer. What's up, Damien?
Thank you. Excuse me. What's up, man?
Got your bag?
Nah, not yet. I'm still waiting. They should be done soon, though. Ain't nobody in here.
Bet. All right. Well, look, I'll let you enjoy your food, man. It's good having you on. So you declare yourself eligible for five-man this weekend?
Yeah, I'm down. If anybody needs a person, I'll play. I don't care. I'm down to learn.
All right, he's in. Well, see how it goes. Thank you once again for joining, Damien.
All right, man. Take it
Enjoy
easy.
your
I'll see
food,
you.
and we'll see you
You
soon.
know, I'll see you soon, bro.
See you soon. And Coach joining us. And second. Yeah, my impressions of Ruckus is where the hell is all their numbers? In fact, while I'm trying to get this next guest on real quick, let me talk about the teams from Sunday. Killer Bees, they had chances in the Ravens game. They just couldn't capitalize, you know. The 4-1-0 Ravens were just too much for them in the end. They did better in the program game, but just like Larry said, like, you can't really be proud of that win much because they didn't score as much as they should have. Program came with no trenches. And they came in short in numbers, and the Bees only put up a total of, I think it was about 13 points. Yeah, 12 to 6, 12 to 6, 12 to 6. So overall, not a great weekend for the Killer Bees. We'll see what they can do going forward. Ravens, like I said, I like the job they did this weekend. The 4-1-0 Ravens, they played really well. They were victorious in 2 games. I was hoping to see them versus the program or Ruckus, or even, you know, both of them together, because lately that's been a thing. Is Ruckus and program have been working together in these scrimmages and exhibitions. But unfortunately, both teams were a little burned out by that point, so it didn't get to happen. But there is talks of a match between program and 4-1-0 Ravens in a few weeks. We'll see what happens there. Program, as mentioned, they need more numbers too. Like they had some guys show up on Sunday, but they just didn't have enough guys show up. That's another team struggling with numbers right now. But you know, it's summertime. People work. People are doing other things. No one's real. A lot of people are thinking about flag football, but not everybody is. You know, everybody's got their own things going on. Um, and as we get to the Spartans, I welcome on our next guest. It's a man who made his return to the 9-man field in his first official game. And I say official because there were refs involved, there was a clock, it was a real game. None of the scrimmages we've done, it was legit. If we can get him on. Managed to grab 2 beers just in case this time, so I don't run. Welcome to the show, Damien Faison.
Hey, what's up, Joey?
Joining a nice night and a couple of beers. How about yourself?
Man, just relaxing. Had a little movie night with the boys.
What movie
Uh,
y'all watching?
we watched Doctor Doolittle, the throwback.
Oh, who was that way back in the day? I can't remember.
Eddie Murphy.
Was it Eddie Murphy? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I remember that
Yeah.
as a kid.
Nah, they loved it, the talking animals and shit. But how's the show been going? What y'all been talking about?
What are we talking about tonight? Well, we
Hmm.
discussed the tournament over the weekend, the one in York. We had Lurie on. We talked for that for a bit. Went over all 7 games. Then we moved on to the scrimmages. I talked to the 410 Ravens just now, and just talked to Damian, coach of the Rockets, and now we're looking out at the Spartans, who this past weekend Utah had 3 games actually, 3 in a row, which that's a very hard task and a grueling one at that.
Yeah, nah, it was definitely. And then that third game, we had a lot of people that had to get to other things and people that just were gassed. And a lot of us had to play both ways. And I know I'm feeling it today, especially since I ain't done nothing in a long time.
Yeah, that was the first time that you've been in an official 9-man game since Worlds.
Yeah, it has.
How did it feel
And
coming back out there for the first time, Damian?
I mean, it was fun for sure. I missed the game. I missed the atmosphere. Um, just you know what I mean, kicking it with the guys at the field. But I'm far from where I need to be as myself as a player. I just this quarantine, I ain't been doing nothing. Just chilling with my kids and my girls. 8 months pregnant. Got a daughter on the way. So I just been chilling, doing the family thing. I done gained. I'm the biggest I've ever been, so I gotta get back in shape. So I got a long way to go to be where I want to be when I officially hit the circuit. You know what I mean? When we start playing for money and stuff. Before y'all see me out there, I gotta get right. So
So let's
yesterday
talk
was
about the
fun, but
circuit real quick. Kings, what are the status of the Kings right now?
right now, right now, I think I'm just gonna chill right now. Like I said, I got a daughter on the way, so me sort of taking the full responsibility of running a squad by myself is going to be hard with bringing another child in the world right now at this time. So I'm officially going to run with the Spartans in league play and help them build everything up and see what Don wants to do. And then travel wise, I got some options. Um, I've been in contact with some owners out there, some coaches. So, like I said, I gotta get myself right, but I'll be back.
All right. And you definitely made an impact early on Sunday. The first play of the game, you blew up that option play that the Ravens tried.
Yeah, it's still there's certain things in the game that still can, you know what I mean. I ain't no bum like niggas ain't gonna take advantage of me, but
Yeah.
to dominate the way I wanted to, it wasn't. I'm not, you know what I mean. I got a long ways to go. I got a lot to work on myself. Um, but as a team, as the Spartans, there's a there's a lot of potential. Like I've been going up there for the last. This was not a third Sunday in a row. I've just been going up there for practices and stuff with them. Man, there's there's potential there. I'm telling you, like y'all can sleep on them. Obviously, the trash talk is gonna go no matter how good they are. Y'all still, you know what I mean? That's always gonna happen. But they got some young cats over there that I'm talking just raw athletes that I mean, you've probably seen it at the field a couple times. Some of them young boys can jump. Some of them young boys can run. They just they need, I mean, need a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of they need a little bit of guidance in this flag football shit. So, but besides that, they can ball. Like they got their athletes. They know football. They know it. It's just flag world's a little bit different. And once they figure that transition in, like from you know what I mean, a lot of these guys are 19 years old coming from high school. We were playing college ball last year. So I'm telling you, the league, I better get these boys while they still wet behind the ears, because they going. I mean, they just got to figure some shit out, and they're gonna be all right.
Let's discuss each of the three games, beginning with the first game you guys played against the 410 Ravens. Your impressions of the Ravens in that game?
So the Ravens, they're a solid team. They're a decent team. Um, they the quarterback's pretty smart. He's not gonna force anything. He's not gonna pick you apart and dissect your defense. And he's gonna wait for you to make a mistake and miss flag pull, get it to but he's not gonna give you interceptions. He's not gonna turn the ball over 2 or 3 times in a game. He might not give you 3 or 4 touchdowns, but he's not gonna turn the ball over. Um, they got some athletes across the board. Uh, they're young too, and they missing some pieces to really, I mean, be. I think they play in the OMFFL, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're missing. To compete in that league, they got a long way to go. If I'm just being honest, like, but as a new team, I mean, if they can keep having people buy in like that, show up for scrimmages an hour and a half, 2 hours away all day and stuff. You know what I mean? When it's just for fun, you know what I mean? You got the foundation there, so they can get better. But they need to get better if they're gonna compete out there in the OMFFL.
it's a very tough league, and perhaps, in my opinion, and I'm not slighting County or Keystone, but I'm saying OMFFL may very well be the best league in this area, period. That's a big statement to make. But I've seen OMFFL teams just dominate these circuit tournaments these last few times.
So I mean, there's no secret. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If that ran, I don't know what y'all said about the Team Blunt talk. I mean, not Team Blunt talk. That tournament in New York and all that.
Yeah.
But if that Rampage team shows up on a regular basis, even if you take Do, Tim, and Q and a couple of the other ones away, and you add in some of their quarterback, if Rampage can bring that team on the take it on the show and stuff. Rampage is they look like they got some pieces over there. But I mean, as far as the DMV, I think OMFFL from top to bottom, I think their top like 8 teams are stronger than the other leagues, the other teams in this league. I mean, Maple, you got your little superpowers at the top, like the top 2 teams. But besides that, I think OMFFL is finally like, you know what I mean, taking the torch as the best league in the DMV, and it's crazy. I mean, besides Aftermath, they don't have any real 18. I mean, I guess Scorpions now because they're, you know what I mean, national champs, but
Yeah.
just from top to bottom, you gonna get a game every Sunday in that league from the sounds of it. You know what I mean?
It's definitely in my like I said, I believe it is the best. And I think they
No,
solidified that with the run that Rampage and Renegades and Scorpions all made last fall into the winter. And I feel like there's a lot of potential for that league going forward. Shout out to the guys who run that league, Robbie and Terrell. Excellent job.
yeah, I've never played out there before. Like I said, when I first started playing 9 man, I started playing in the Maple League out there. But I've never played in that OMFFL league. But I watch and I follow on the page. They definitely got a good thing going over there.
I agree 100%. Second game you guys played, Ruckus. Ruckus kind of surprised me in that one. I didn't expect that final result.
Yeah, that one kind of. I mean, as a kind of like from a coaching point, as the Spartans, that's when that was kind of like disappointing. You know what I mean? Just because but it is and it isn't because we kind of switched our defense up from the defense we ran. If you go back and look, we didn't run the same defense we did against the Ravens in that first game as we did against Ruckus. This is kind of scrimmage type thing, so we switched it up a little bit, and we had two or three times that it was just miscommunication and blown coverage. It was just, I mean, it's unacceptable, but if you're gonna have that happen, that's the time to have it happen. Is in the scrimmages and stuff, so we can talk about that and fix that. But yeah, that second one from the defensive side of the ball, it, you know, what I mean, I don't think it was as, I'm not as, you know, what I mean, proud of that as I was the first game.
Gotcha, gotcha. No, I understand that.
But Rutgers also, I'm saying, with the additions of the Brunswick guys and a couple other pieces, I think they've gotten better, to be honest.
I think so. And I think once they get the full railroader guys out there with their own guys and they can manage to give Adams some time in that pocket, I think they're going to be fine.
We'll see. And all right, all right, buddy, put it up. I apologize,
No, no, you're fine.
um, but nah. So the difference is like you look at teams out there, and with this long break and stuff, when you have teams like Ruckus and Program only showing up with 12 and 13 guys, and then I don't know what Broadex and other teams are doing, but like you got to take advantage of this time. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
have to, like, because you don't know when. You honestly don't know when you're gonna play again. And speaking from experience, you don't want to just be sitting on the couch thinking you can just turn this shit on. Like everybody's getting better. Like
Mm-hmm. We have not,
it,
ever since May, we have not stopped. We have done everything we can to keep flag football going in the fourth state area. Um, and I know it's hard to say if we're going to have leagues or tournaments this fall. It really is. I don't want to say yes or no because it seems like everything's uncertain in this current environment. And so,
yeah, like I said, you don't know. So if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
And with the
that's
arrangement
the
we got with the fairgrounds right now, it really helps us out because we're able to find a field, a facility where we can all still get better some way or another.
yeah. I definitely want to do. So I definitely want to do something like we did last weekend, at least every other weekend or every 2, 3 weeks, something like that. Just get different teams down here. We got two fields that we can always use pretty much, and get 4 or 5 teams down here and just, I mean, get better.
I think
Because I
that's
mean,
I think that's something a lot of the owners, general managers, and the coaches are all working towards. I think that's the next step. I talked about it on commentary Sunday. At this point, we can almost do a little bit of a league of our own if we have to. A Lumber Brown uncut flag football league.
yeah, I mean, guys, they just want to play for real. Like, yeah, a league is nice because you know what I mean, it almost feels like. But if you ain't played in so long, you get out there on the field and it's the atmosphere like it was Sunday. It's damn near the same thing. And if you miss the game, you gonna take that and you gonna run with it.
Yeah, yeah. Final game of the day. You guys played the Ravens, and you guys did a lot better in the final game of the day. An absolute
Yeah,
round as you all defeated the Ravens 20-7. Your impressions on the victory?
um, it showed heart because that was the third game in a row out in that heat, and I mean, it just showed that these guys are gonna finish what they started. So I mean, that's definitely something good you can take away from there. Nobody quit. Everybody fought. The third game of the day, people were making hella big catches and plays out there. Um, I just, like I said, right now, take this time and everybody needs to get better because I'm telling you, Spartans got the tools over there. And I don't know if you saw it, but I'm bringing a couple of my guys with me. I had a few there Sunday. I was missing about three or four more. Um, we they gonna y'all better take advantage of them early because I'm telling you, uh, Sunday wasn't the best showing. But if you're looking at it from like the inside and you know what you got and you know that that was like some just a raw. Yeah, we've been practicing. Yeah, they've been practicing for months and months, but you just see the raw potential from Sunday, and it's like, all right, once you get a couple more pieces in here up front on that O line, and just a couple more people that know the 9-man game, just to sort of help bring the younger guys along, that thing's gonna be a problem.
I definitely see the potential for sure for the Spartans. Um, Final question for now. They are entering a five-man tournament Sunday. What are the chances we'll see you there too?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I was about to say you definitely can be a threat in five-man for sure, and that's a big
Yeah,
addition for the Spartans going into this tournament.
yeah, I'll be there. Um, Even if I don't play, I mean they've already talked to me. I told them I would play, but even if something happens to where I don't need to play, I can still help them with the game and just coaching them up and stuff like that. So I'll definitely be there either way. Um, but I also want to say something real quick to y'all TBT guys, y'all Team Blunt Talk guys. If I'm
Proceed.
if I'm yeah, if I'm talking shit and throwing jokes and shit, y'all don't take that shit personal. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all guys on that team, I look at like brothers. So if I make a joke talking about TBT, it's not individually pointing at you as a player. Because like I said, a lot of those guys on that team are my brothers and are even my teammates right now. So like I said, if I if I talk my shit, unless I say your name, maybe like Ross Collins, that's different. But if I don't say your name, come out, then I'm not talking to you. I'm just having fun with it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people that know me know that already. So y'all just need to, you know what I mean? I don't take it personal. I'm just having fun with y'all.
Hey, I laughed. I laughed at Devin Gary on Sunday when he was trying to tell us to use them.
Yeah, nah. That y'all should have used them on that O line. Cause somebody about to get exposed later.
He did play
That
O line.
motherfucker. Yeah, nah, you should have used him earlier. Cause somebody up there was just like, Oprah, you get a sack. You get a sack. It man wasn't even touching nobody.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh nah, y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna post the videos. Don't worry. You want to bark with the big dogs? Act like a big dog. You go. I'm gonna treat you like said big dog. So can't
Proceed.
have that can't have that showing on the circuit as an individual and talk to me some type of way. You better be on your motherfucking P's and Q's if you're gonna come at me, cause I'm always gonna stay sharp with it. So don't ever slouch and think that you're gonna personally or even in this game come at me. You better be A1 all the time, even in the scrimmage and especially in the tournament for 1,500. You know what I mean? You better. So I'm telling you, just y'all seen it before when I done called out people. You better be on your P's and Q's because there ain't no way you can you can talk as a leader and then show up the way certain people showed up. You know what I mean? It's unacceptable. And for that person not to be even holding themselves accountable is laughable. Making excuses, talking about what we did and didn't have. when me as an individual was there and put out the effort I would, I'd shut the fuck up. I'd shut the fuck up. If I know that I didn't put forth my best effort or even half of that, I wouldn't. I'd shut the fuck up. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all know I'm back. So like I said, people best be on their motherfucking P's and Q's because you can't, like I said, pretty much call me out and think shit funny like I'm not suspended from from league function, so I stayed away for a little bit. But you can't, nah. Like I said, I might have gotten off the couch, and like I said, it's unacceptable because you can't get off the couch and think that you're gonna dominate. But I'm still better than half these niggas off the couch, so don't ever get it twisted. So I'm in my bag right now because motherfuckers seem to love to disrespect me. But like I said, I'm not where I want to be, so I gotta get in the lab and I'm working. But best believe next time I step out on that field and it means something, I'm talking like some money, some circuit, not just a scrimmage. Uh, It's gonna be a whole different level to this shit because people just playing with me like I ain't been doing this shit, especially in this area. Like if you want to talk that shit on the circuit, that's different. Our team wasn't the greatest. Yeah, I busted my ass and people know what's up. My ball, but in this area, motherfuckers to act, and then motherfuckers to do. You know what I mean? The problem, and I'm gonna keep it real. The problem is we talked about having a team from this area and taking the best of the best, right? That's always been the goal for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Or maybe even longer. Having a team from the area and taking the best of the best, right?
Should have been the goal years ago.
Yeah, I know, but that's the goal with TBT right now, right?
The goal with TBT right now is to just go out there and play. I have no
So it's
intention.
not so the goal is not to put the best team possible on the field.
I tried to put the best team I could on the field, but things fell through against us. Didn't work out.
I mean that as in, and I'm not and I Joey, don't take this
I'm
personal.
half asleep, by the way. That's why I'm trying to understand what you're saying. So forgive me
Oh, well,
forgive me if I'm misunderstanding you.
nah, you good. You don't take this personal because I know it's not you. But people that are helping running that team are taking personal things to that team, and it's causing y'all not to put your best foot forward. I heard that y'all didn't ask certain players, and I'm not talking about myself because there ain't no way y'all can have a top team in this area that's, you know what I mean, that's of the best players, and nobody hit my inbox. And that's just being real. But what I'm saying is there's other people that didn't get hit up because such and such might not fuck with them, is from what I heard, or
That's not the case at all, period.
did them dirty and left their team, so
That's
they
not the
didn't.
case at all, period. I hit up
Because they're
everybody. I recruit everybody. It's my call at the end. I hit you up for 5-man or tried to months ago, but you didn't quite answer me when I tried to contact you.
yeah, nah, I answered you, and then I can't. I'm not trying to bullshit you. I think I had something to do with like a doctor's appointment or something like that. That came a birthday party. Something came up because I would have loved to play in that big man 5-man tournament, even if it wasn't with y'all with a different team. I would have loved to have been out there. That shit was cool. But
I try to hit you up for it, man.
I know, but the fact that somebody else had already hit me up and was like, "Hey, you should play with Team Blunt Talk," and I was like, "Oh, word." He was like, "Yeah, with the 5-man, you be a monster out there. We need you." Da 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 da. And I was like, "Man, I don't think Team Blunt Talk really want me run with them." And he said, "What you mean?" I said, "Just mention it." So he obviously mentioned it, and he came back and told me that there was one person against the shit. You know what I mean? Like fighting hard against it. So that's what I mean. So I'm talking from personal experience from that 5-man. I wasn't gonna bring that up. but that's why. Because I mean, yeah, you wanted me, and I, you know what I mean. I say that like I would have played for you, Joey. I'm not trying, but when I hear that, it's like, okay, like I feel it. Like I guess there's something against me that's that bad that you would rather lose without me. But in that 5 man, y'all won though, so you know what I mean. But you rather lose without me than win with me. So that's just weird.
Honestly, Dame, you're the one who doesn't seem like you want to play with us. I mean, I've seen you delete posts like literally after you say shit about us.
Oh no, I don't. If I say
I've
something,
seen
it
comments
is.
deleted before from you, man.
What have they said?
I've seen you straight out call us out for the whole sabotaging your team thing months ago. I read that comment straight up from you, bro.
Nah, I didn't. You is half asleep
No,
because
I was wide
I
awake. That
didn't.
was in the daytime, brother. You can't fool me on that one. Come on, Dame.
Nah, nah. The
Come
only
on,
time I said
Dame.
anything about the only time I said anything about anybody sabotaging my shit was Tom. I knew that like if I'm throwing a team together and you gonna suspend me like that after the fact that you heard ADR broke up, that's the only time I've ever said that. So you can whatever, but that's the only time that was to direct it to Tom. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I probably I probably wouldn't run with y'all just of the fact that has nothing to do with you, has the fact to do with other people that run with that team until we could sit down and have a talk as men. There's no way I could ever step on the field and go to war with them because I do this shit for real. Like when I step out there, I'm liable. Like when that dude lined up beside me, I got his back for real, and I can't go out there and play with nobody that one I don't think gonna have my back, or two that I'm not willing to myself go out there and lay it on the line for. So until I can talk as men and have a mutual respect and know that I can go to war and we gonna both do our job, I can't play with y'all. But I didn't. I'm not saying this as me. There's still guys out there that y'all could have asked this weekend that would have loved to go out there and play with y'all. There's linemen that I was like, y'all didn't. Nah, I didn't ask, and I was like, oh shit.
I had about 8 linemen to start the week, and by the time we started the first game, we were down to just Ross.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we had 3 guys who dropped out the day of the tournament, actually, and I didn't
Yeah,
see
but
2 of them. I'm not gonna say who those. I don't put guys on blast like that
yeah, nah, never. And
because I
you
don't know
should.
their situation. I don't know what happens. I just heard third party that they
I'm gonna t-
not coming.
I'm gonna t- I'm gonna tell you this from running teams, and can tell you this, and he probably already knew. You can count for at least 4 to 5, 6 people to bail on you in that last week. It's just gonna happen. So
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean, is in like
and
you
that was
gotta
my
have.
inexperience coming out. I should have asked more. I should have took advantage of the fact that there was no roster limits whatsoever because of the fact that you got to. I mean, I will admit it. I'll firsthand say my that performance this past weekend was a front office failure more than anything.
Yeah, but you ain't in the front office by yourself, is you? You don't do a. I
I
don't
am
see you on the
actually. I
field.
am.
Oh, you call offense and defense?
Oh
They
no,
part
no.
of the
Oh,
front. They part. They.
I thought you meant like recruiting and all that. To
Yeah,
be
but then nah.
sorry.
They. So you have a say. You have a say. If you want such and such to come play on this team, and everybody else, not everybody else, but 3 to 4 people on your team say they don't want this guy out there for multiple reasons. Maybe he might take somebody's spot. Anything. You gonna override them? That's all I want to hear.
Depends on the circumstance. What's the situation?
Now I'm
Like,
just
what's the
saying, like,
beef?
no,
Like, what's their issue?
no. I'm not saying I'm saying if you personally, like, if you fuck what happened, like, fuck what happened. If Joey Blaze wants this individual to play on this team, You know what I mean? You put your time, money, and effort into these jerseys. Are you gonna make that call for the better of your team, or
I make
you
the
gonna
call
let
what's best for
personal?
my. I make the call what's best for my team
Okay,
every time.
so if you need that guy and he's gonna make y'all better and you gonna win, Joey Blaze gonna take that man. He ain't gonna let nobody personal egos and female tendencies stop him from making Team Blunt Talk the best team possible, right?
Right?
See, all right. Then y'all definitely got potential. Then Team Blunt Talk gonna be in trouble then, because there's a big pool to pull from. Y'all got a huge pool. Y'all,
Oh, I
a
know we
lot of
do.
people.
There's plenty of
Uh,
talent in the four-state area.
that's what I'm saying. So, as long as y'all don't let that ego shit
Let me
and
put it
that
like
pride
this:
shit,
going forward with TBT, Dame, I'm just gonna gotta tell you straight up. I'm not satisfied in any way, shape, or form with what happened over the weekend. Saturday night, I laughed at your post. I'll admit it straight up. Like, yeah, shit happens. You need to laugh at shit. You can't just cry about it because
I respect. Nah, I respect that. Like I do. That you can laugh about that shit because is that's what it's meant for.
same thing with Devin on Sunday. Like, I knew Devin was going to talk shit after he caught that touchdown. I just wanted to hear what he had to say. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was even more funny when he apologized after the fact.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said it in the comments because Devin was man enough to come over there and was like, "Yo, I was just fucking with y'all." Blah blah blah. But that shit had me crying.
Yeah, Devin should not have been put in the position he was put in. I think that was the first time he's ever played guard in his life.
Yeah, and I mean, he's just he's a weapon that I mean he has every right to be mad if you ain't gonna use him correctly, but also if you're new to a situation, it's gonna take time to show. But I mean, if y'all asked that man to go out there, y'all knew what he was. Yeah, I mean, you knew what he was capable of, or y'all ain't even gonna ask him to come out there. So I
Just
get
put
why
it,
he was frustrated, but I get all sides of it. Being a player, being an owner, I get all sides of it.
yeah, and I'll just straight up say it. My best, I thought I gave my best initially, but looking back at it, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. And truthfully, anytime I do blunt talk going forward, I probably am going to be a little more selective about tournaments because Dan, you've had that issue. You had that issue of AD.
Man,
How many times did you
but
have linemen and then suddenly you didn't before a tournament?
like I told you, boom was probably like deja vu. Like this shit done happen again. You
I
gotta
almost wanted to say in the comments Saturday, I was like, yeah, it felt like an ADR kind of weekend for the circuit. But you guys, at the very least, like, will we'll have beaten like Strong Island and those kind of teams.
yeah, we don't go 0-2 in those C tournament. But I get what you mean.
I
Like
wouldn't say it's
I
a
get what
C
you're saying.
tournament. I mean, I'd say like Gusto is on the up and up. Rampage has a
And
good squad.
well,
Heavy
Rampage
squad.
and BC Elite, they had a bunch of them whack guys out there too, whack rebel guys
Yeah,
from Mount Maffel. So
they recruited a
they
couple guys
definitely,
from the Untouchables 8-man team as well. Who a couple of them were telling me it was their first time playing nine.
but yeah, nah, I get it. We've had some rosters on paper that, I mean, I feel like could beat anybody on 9 man. But then when we show up to that field on Saturday, such and such for some reason just didn't make it. And so that roster on paper, that roster that registered, it might not be the roster that's there.
So you know exactly what I was talking about too.
Yeah, but that's why I mean is in like somebody should have stepped up and said, "Hey, yeah, we got about 24 guys on this roster, but let's go ahead and add about 6 to 7 more just in case." And then we'll explain to them, "Hey, playing time's this if everybody shows up, but you can't motherfuckers nowadays, motherfuckers' word don't mean shit. That's why I try to stand by mine so much. That's why I meant what I told Don. I'm gonna help him take these Spartans to the next level. I meant that. You know what I mean? Nowadays, people's word don't mean shit,
I agree.
and
I
and it
learned I've
just
learned that. I've learned that like it's something
yeah
that you can't fully trust, and it's wild. Like that's why like I'm taking a mental break from doing it because like this one was a bit more stressful than it should have been.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. That's when you do gotta take a to, you know what I mean, just from experience, that's when you gotta take a step back. That shit shouldn't be. It's always gonna be stressful because you want to compete, you want to win every time you put a product out there, especially TBT is your brand. Like so, when you put TBT out there, that's you, Joey. You know what I mean? That's your brand. So at the end of the day,
We are the
when people
sponsor.
think of, you know what I mean? When people think of TBT, they think of you. So it is gonna be stressful, but at the end of the day, if you didn't have fun, that shit, what you doing it for? You not even if you win that 1,500, that 1,500, what the fuck that gonna do? Pay your rent for the month? That's it. Like, so I mean, you're doing this shit for fun. You're not making a living out of this. This is a love that you have, and
It's a passion, and honestly, like the TBT stuff, like that's not just the team. Like that's in support of Blunt Talk Media and the stuff we've been trying to make for years. You know, like
yeah,
I, I said it. I said it myself. Like y'all, technically, everyone's part of it. It's just I got to figure out how to do better at roster managing, and that's something that going forward I'm going to be looking at and seeing what I can do. I will
yeah.
have in Keystone if it does happen, and that's a big if because I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to have. It's hard to say whether we'll have leagues this fall or not.
Nah, I don't think anybody's playing ball till next spring.
That's what I'm starting to see as well. And but if not, like I said, I'm in for the whole uncut flag football league idea where we just meet up in a park and play games every Sunday. Captains pay to rest, and we just go from there.
Shit, if your boy ain't suspended, I'm with it too.
Dude,
I can.
dude, I don't acknowledge any suspensions whatsoever in the uncut flag football league. We're the uncut league.
This motherfucker Joey running the XFL.
You're allowed back in. Shit, Larry's allowed back in too. Why not? Let anybody in. I want talent.
Yeah,
I don't care what you've done on and off the field. I want talent there. Let's play.
this man sound like Vince McMahon. He he said, "I just want to give the people a show." But I'm with it, Joey. I'm down to help too, get the word out there, try and get teams to come out here and play. Because I'll let you know if you can get refs and you can do your thing like you're doing now, going live. Teams are gonna want to come down here and get the rec, no matter who it is. You know what I mean? And if you get certain teams down, that'll bring even more teams. Next thing you know, you having teams that people actually, not trying to be disrespectful, want to watch play. And
I
next
said
thing
it.
you know,
If anybody wants to come down to the fairgrounds, like every Sunday, we're doing this. I mean, until they tell us we have to go. I'm planning on staying.
well, I'm gonna be out there. Like I said, I got a baby girl on the way. So pray for me, y'all. But once she gets here, I might have to step away again, just be in the lab and be on daddy duty. But I'm definitely down to help start something up, even if it is every other week or every couple weeks and just here and there. I can, I'm with it.
And we're glad to have you back, Dame. Welcome back to the flag football world. We're hoping to see you again this Sunday on the five-man field. If not, then I feel like the Spartans have a legitimate shot. Congratulations once again on the baby girl. As they said in the comments, I've read that. Shout out to you, man. Good job.
Thanks, man, for real. And like I said, Spartans was on the way. Good shit to the Ravens this weekend. Good shit to Ruckus. I would have liked to play the Bees from a distance. The Killer Bees, if anybody on here, y'all motherfuckers look like y'all is really taking this shit serious. I
They
saw a
do.
couple old, I saw a couple old linemen that run with broadax. Saw a couple different athletes out there. Killer Bees, straight up. It looked like y'all taking this shit serious. So, you know what I mean? Respect. You still got a long ways to go, but y'all are taking this shit serious. And from the last couple of years, y'all are definitely going the right way. So respect the Killer Bees also. Even though we didn't get to play them, I watched. You know what I mean, I know the game. I know what I'm looking at. I can see what I see. You know what I mean, I know talent. Yeah, y'all, you going the right way. So Shout out to Killer Bees also. Um, Shout out to my boys out there with the program too. I really want to see because they got some young cats out there too. They got some different bodies here and there. I really would like to see everybody at least show up with a decent roster. I ain't seen the Warriors out there in a couple weeks. They like to see them too. Maybe not, but you know what I mean.
Their
Competition
five-man
wise,
team will be out there Sunday.
that'll be fun, I guess.
I think the interesting part about the five-man is let's see who can adjust the fastest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they in for it. I trying to explain it now too. We're gonna probably get there early, go over some stuff. Since it's a different game, um, you might think, oh, I'm just gonna line up there with a center and a lineman or center and three receiver. Nah, this shit is it's different. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna tell you that much. It's definitely gonna be fun to watch.
I think it's going to be an excellent time. I feel like that five-man tournament has a lot of potential. And I've said it before, if people like it enough, when we did five-man big back in May, that really took off from a lot of people's perspective. They really liked it. And we're going to be doing it again when it gets a little cooler outside, depending on when, if we have a season or not. It could be in October, it could be in December. We'll see about that. I feel like it could be a game that a lot of people in this area can really start to enjoy. And truthfully,
Yeah,
I'd like to see the
it
summer league out of it.
it definitely. And if you did that, Joey, that would be big because five man's definitely is definitely on its up, and all it needs is a league around here, and that would help big time. I think a lot of guys will have fun, especially some of the bigger guys, because you can get the ball in your hand. You can do a little bit more than just sitting there playing patty cake all day. So I think some of the other guys will like it. That's probably why the big men love that 5-on-5 big man tournament. Because I mean, yeah, I'm big right now, but I ain't never been a offensive lineman or a D tackle or none of that shit. So like, I know for a fact when you get let them big guys at heart get the rock in their hand, they love that shit. They love to show off. Show them receivers they got hands too.
That's the thing. A lot of people, I think another thing that people aren't thinking about in this five-man tournament, people think, oh, five-man, you need speed, and that's it. No, you can use size. I've seen main event use Juice, and I can't remember the name of the other guy on their team, but he was at least 350 during that Showtime championship game.
Yeah, bro. I gotta get ready to go. Little man's still awake, but definitely want to chop it up next time with you. Um, glad you, glad to see that flag football got you still trying to do shit, bro. For real. Even though I talk my shit and you know what I mean, whatever. What you're doing is good. It's giving people a platform to play, be seen. You know what I mean, giving some people something to watch on the weekends. So these five-man tournaments is definitely much appreciated. And I'm gonna get out of here, but like I said, much respect to a lot of people out there. If um if I ever say anything, it's gonna you gonna know it's about you. You ain't gonna have to second guess and be like, is he talking about me? Nah, you gonna know. I don't throw subliminals. I don't sneak this. I've never been the type. I let you know who I'm talking about. So if I'm talking about the team and throwing jokes, don't take that shit personal. Don't do that, because then I really might have to hurt somebody's feelings. But respect, Joey. You doing your thing. That's about all I got for real, for real.
And that's all I got too, unless somebody else wants to call in. But I think we're down to 10 viewers, so that's enough for me to say. For Damian Kason and Joey Blaze, have a wonderful night.
We out.